Hello! It is I, Dr. Brian Norgon 111. It is day 39, and the tomb has appeared again. So we can try out the reservoir. So let's go make a dash through here. Is this the usual way? I feel like this is possibly a different way. No, this is the usual way. I guess I was just running so quickly I didn't recognize all the landmarks. Do we need to redo this cutscene every time I pull that down? It's only a few seconds, but this game has a lot of few second hitches that it really doesn't need. I'm trying to get work done. Okay, so, reservoir. Tell me a story. Yes. I can get in the boat and paddle around. So, let's do it. Oh, I get a cutscene for the first time doing this. This one I don't think will replay. Alright. So I'm in the reservoir. I have look control, but I'm not controlling the boat otherwise. It's just on a fictitious path. Nothing on the ceiling I can see. Underwater, I mean, we know the stairway goes down a long ways, and I have to do a lot to get all the water pumped out. There's a ladder over there, it looks like. No, that's just the measuring stick at the height of the water. Yeah, it's interesting that they have a few of these animated cutscenes that... I guess they just kind of give gravity to the amount of progress that you're making. But it's a bit of animation work to, like, not really accomplish much, it feels like to me. Okay, so now I can switch this thingy because I come out over there by 2. I can switch it and then sail back and then be somewhere new over here, I think. So let's try that. So if I rotate this twice, then I think I should be able to get over there and see what's over there. But I think it involves... or just... no, I go this way, right? Yeah, just this way. I don't have to use the boat again. That was just a little light on a stand. I could have done that before, right? Did I do this before? I might have. I'm trying to figure out what's different, because I've kind of lost track of why I needed to do this. Let's imagine there's a good reason. There is a good reason. I'm getting out to the back. So this is like the back exit that goes to the north, I think. I might go to the backyard. There is a spinny thing over there, and I might be able to go new places, but let's see what happens over here. There's a door that I can just push open, thankfully. So I probably had to come from this direction. There might have been a way to get to the other direction earlier. I'm going through this pretty quickly, but I'm not spying anything that's particularly noteworthy. Uh-oh. What do we have here? This is north facing. This is the north door. We've done it. That's the door to room 46. And we get another cutscene. Yup. Door to room 46. Maybe I'll actually get an achievement in this game today. There's like 14 achievements or something in the game. I have 0 of them so far. Inner Sanctum, by the way, is the name of this place. Can I unlock any doors? No. The doors are just for show. Should I try all of them? I'm trying to interact with them. Nothing much is happening. Okay, well, that's super exciting. Now let's see if we can actually draft a house that gets us into the anteroom. I either need the secret chamber or the Great Hall. I'm gonna need a lot of keys. We've got some new music that's playing. That's actually not bad. Kind of feel bad for just stomping around over it, but... I don't think if I rotate it around it goes anywhere, but I have to check. So, at this position, where would this bring me? to... Oh, it does go somewhere. Interesting. The lamp is swinging back and forth. Is there wind in here, or was someone here recently? Alright, mechanical whatnots and etceteras. And another foreman note? Yeah, mining company. Alright. Gonna close up the historical excavation after almost 3 years of work. I have to reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels. Maybe generations before they're reopened. Alright, miner's cap, sure. Rocks. Can I open this door? Yes. Where am I? I can't look at a map here. Oh, it's another, okay. So I could do a spinny spin again. Perhaps. So I might have, with the tomb, full access to all these bottomajiggers. Okay, what's down this way? Oh, am I on the other side of the excavated moved minecart now? Yeah, I'm back over here with the boat. Okay, so that was, okay, this was on the underground map. It said something about like a hidden excavation path or something. And that was this, I guess. Okay. I think I just want to try to go to room 46. Let me take a look at my underground. There's another underground map like right around here, is there? I don't think so. Alright, the fact that like the spinny thing can be moved up and down like suggests to me there could be more going on, but I think for now I should just... Oh, I've already used a bunch of steps. I hadn't thought about that aspect. But yeah, I think I'm going to... Oh, really? You're going to give me the cutscene again? I don't believe you. You're really going to give me the cutscene again? I'm trying to witness where the stairs lead underground, but I can't really tell. Alright, so let's try to preserve our steps and go draft a good house. Okay, I still have 56 steps walking in the door. Steps are not going to be a problem. Also, I'm good at drafting north, but I don't necessarily want to do that because I need to make sure I get enough resources, and so I really need to fill out the first 3 ranks of the house and try to stock up on some resources, I think. A key card, that's really good to get right at the beginning. I did billiards in the first room. That bodes well. Oh wow. So far things are going well. Inside the cloister, there are special gem flowers. I still don't know how to get inside there. Here's what I have so far, and I've just kind of opened things up. I'm still struggling to get to the north. Keys are still a little bit low. I should definitely go to the south first and try to gather some more resources. But the inventory is doing pretty well. Well, that has to use a key. Let's hold on to the key for a moment and try over here. Oh wow, and there's even a gem flower growing here. And something's beeping because there's a key right here. Okay, nice. I drafted the aquarium over here. Alright, to try to ensure that I don't run out of keys, there'll be some security doors, and let's gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in my house. I drafted the lab mostly for its shape, but that seems like it'll be a helpful experiment. Alright, well I have access potentially to one side of the anteroom. I have to get it open. Dining room, I would get my meal. That could be really good. This could give me keys, but I'd spend the last of my gems. not hurting for steps right now, and the key could be the secret garden, which would get me what I need. So I think I do spend the gems and hope that we get the secret garden key in here. And we did. Nice. Okay. I think then we're going to get to room 46 shortly. So that's cool, because I think I should be able to open this just by drafting the secret garden right out here. That's assuming that the bricks stay broken. And that this door is locked. It is not locked. If I use a key in the dark room, I imagine it would give me... Oh, I guess we're about to find out. The option to use the secret garden key, and then I wouldn't need to see it. I forgot that... Crap. I should have looked at my plans. I forgot there was already a door there. Well, that's unfortunate, actually. And I'm pretty sure I can't use the secret garden key here for some reason. Guess it doesn't work in the corner. Before I spend a key here, I will get 4 chances to redo it. But now if I want to draft the secret garden, for example, I'd have to go all the way to the other side. What is the correct thing to do right now? I think I should try to start making my way to the other side, since I won't be able to see these plans. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So... yeah, and like the dining hall is still in the pool. Like, we still have some good rooms in the pool. So I have high hopes. Den is a good room, because I can get a gem, and it's got good doorways. Yes, let's take the den. Okay, it's the first time I've had kind of my blood pumping in this game. Like, room 46, obviously, like, there's more to the game. Like, that won't be the end, because there's lots of unresolved mysteries. But obviously, this is a big one. Room to the south. I guess for now, let's try continuing through open space. But let's not spend keys if I don't have to. Okay, I'm going to have to spend a key either way, and I won't be able to use the secret garden key, so we'll use a key over here to get ourselves closer to the west end. Gymnasium, I could afford to lose 2 steps, and that'll keep me with steps, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to take the gymnasium. I've got redraws if I need them. I've got a key card thingy, so I'm going to gain, I think, 2 keys just opening this door, thanks to my lab experiment. Terrace, I'm not sure what's out there. I didn't get a chance to spend a key, of course. Security, there's a bunch of useful things I can do there, and it gives me 2 doors, and then I'll be able to almost certainly draft Witch Doodle, the secret garden, and then open the... yeah, I think this should work fine. Secret garden, I think, does have an elbow shape. And so north or south, it could be good. I think I'll try to draft it south first. And before I do, thank you for the gem, any drafting, I actually want more key cards since I've got the key card and it gives me a bonus. So let's heighten the security level. Like so. And offline mode, I guess, doesn't really matter since I've already got the card. Okay. And then I said I wanted to draft it to the south because I might get better rooms to the north. Okay, so let's hope this room is locked. If not, we'll go the other way. I haven't had the boudoir yet, but the pantry would give me another room, although I can already get into that room, so I should take a dead end out of the pool at this point. Yeah, this is the correct thing to do. And perhaps there'll be an item of some value here. I've already been through the observatory, so it's a little late for that. And... right. The diary's locked. Oh, I can look at the diary with the magnifying glass. Is there anything else in here that I might want to look at it with the magnifying glass? I don't think it'll matter, but since we're here and I have the opportunity. Remind me, there's probably a note on a table somewhere or something. Right, there's this one that now we kind of understand what it's about. Is this hat always here? I think it probably was. Okay, stay on task. We're trying to draw the secret garden. Do we have a locked door? Yes. Special keys. Secret garden. Please still be wall annihilated for me. The wall is still annihilated. Great. And in fact, I can just pull the lever because it's already at the correct spot. Okay, great. We're getting into room 46. I have 32 steps. That's plenty of steps. We can see the north door is open. How many steps do I expect I need after I get into room 46? I don't know. But I have drafting ability. And so I'm just trying to decide. Let's not spend keys if we can. I've got 6 keys though. And I can just walk there. It's 1, 2, I'm gonna lose 2 steps, so like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would still have 20 something steps when I get there. So just don't do anything super foolish. And I can redraw this room a bunch of times because it's on a corner. Yeah, I could grab the conservatory, for example. I like the conservatory. The boudoir would give me a ton of extra steps, actually. But I could probably draft that elsewhere. Conservatory, I like the rarity kind of thing. Yeah, I'm going to do this just because it's one of my favorites. Also, maybe I'll find a turnip. I felt an old shoe. Oh well. Extra gems, thanks. And what do we get today? The terrace is not super valuable to me, and it's a dead end. It's standard. I think I can lower that one to unusual. Although it is good to find at the beginning, but there's other dead ends that I like finding at the beginning, I think, more. Yeah, I'm gonna make that one unusual. Wine cellar. This is a pretty good dead end to get at the beginning, so I'm gonna move that one back to standard. So I basically kind of swapped those two. And the showroom is rare. My allowance keeps going up and up, so let's make it just unusual. And it's also a straight through room, which is pretty good. So I think I'm happy with those changes. Was there another flower over here? There's a rook in here. Do I know that? And I believe that's a black rook, so that's especially noteworthy. We already know about all that. Hedge clippers, not an item I can pick up. I'm still at a surplus of steps, so there's not much harm in drafting a little bit more. Just grab a couple of items. Yeah, that seems fine, because I don't need to go in this way. And these are very nice. I get more drafting possibilities. Let's head towards room 46. At this point, I'll draft past the secret garden over here, though. Oh, and here's a flower I didn't see. More gems. Special keys. I have the silver key, which I don't need to use right now, so I'll just use this. And mailroom. I wouldn't mind knocking that out just to... package will be delivered here after driving this room. Do I have a package that's already on its way? I kind of don't want the draft thing today. Oh, dining room. I get the dining room, get a bunch of food, and be able to see one more room? Sure. Alright, dinner bell just rang. And also there's a beep and boop. We'll check out the beep in a minute. First off, we will have dinner. So we have plenty of steps again now. And now is there a coin on the ground? Explain yourself, metal detector. Or a key on the ground? Oh, key on right here. Nice. Okay, more keys is good. Oh, the dining room did not go the direction I thought it did. Okay, well, that's fine. So, I can go straight through the gymnasium. Should I bother drafting these other 3 south rooms on my way? I have plenty of steps, so I don't think there's a disadvantage doing so. Also, there's a key on the ground right here that I missed previously. Study, maid chamber, classroom. None of these are particularly good. I'll take the study. In the study, I can get a free gem. It occurs to me by saying December 8th. So let's do that. And there was somewhere I needed to use a magnifying glass. Was it in this room? No, here's some more gems. I don't believe it was. Let me just double check. Yeah, I don't believe it was in here. Alright. So that was a fun little diversion. Use a couple steps doing that. I guess we'll just use one of our many keys. The bourgeois will give me tons of whatnots and give me access to the last room. And yeah, like no harm. Sure. So I get bonus steps because we'd already been in her lady's bedchamber or whatever. There's a beep because there's a gold coin on the ground. Might as well grab another gem. I could try to draft a freezer at the end, possibly. And freeze my assets. Alright. But yeah, I feel like the music intensity has been up ever since I've gotten access to room 46, which seems appropriate. I'm just going to spend a normal key. And do I want to try to re-roll for the freezer? And maybe not walk in yet, just in case I need any of my resources? I have 3 re-rolls. Let's at least re-roll once. I'll re-roll one more time. The vault. I don't have any vault keys. The showroom, I don't have enough money for it to be worth it. The workshop, there might be things that I want to craft in case I need to take anything past room 46. So we'll just go ahead and do that since we have to draft a room. Here's a compass. Oh boy, now we can go north. And just in case I need the broken lever, I'm not going to try to combine that. The compass and the battery pack make an electromagnet? Okay, I've never seen this before, so I think we have to assemble it and find out what it does. So we're just gaining some information. Powered electromagnet. You're more likely to draw mechanical rooms while drafting. Automatically collect. Oh wow, money and keys when entering a room. Okay, that's pretty cool actually. Okay, that's a fun one. And yeah, that makes the compass a lot more interesting. Okay, so now let's go hit up room 46. Let me make sure I'm going the correct way. I am. Right and then left. And just through the music room. We get to the antechamber. I'll grab the key, because why not? I'll probably actually need it. Patience. Alright, basement key. Did I look at this under a magnifying glass? Probably. Can't imagine that it would have anything. Alright, room 46. Presumably a cutscene? Yes. And I think this is day 39. I don't know if that's a good or bad number to first get here. That's my mother.
Who sat on a red throne.
Reading her own book.
He had a red crown made of rubies.
But it sounds like a recording.
And a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red.
I need to magnify one of the
only true color.
Pictures of this book.
The prince often said.
Okay, so when we were younger, this is like us replaying a memory.
Could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow.
But she hid a message in the book, and so probably her new book about...
And he never looked up.
A clue, actually has a clue or something.
The fear of the view.
We might see it in one of the next pages.
The sky.
He's holding his own book.
A red hue.
And the tiny page that he's holding has different words than the actual page in the book. And so I think if I had the magnifying glass, I'd be able to read it.
He didn't see the birds.
Swimbird might also be hiding something.
Or the changing of the leaves.
Although it might not.
And he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies.
This is so melancholy.
He couldn't see beyond the red shade he was aware. He never caught a glimpse of the world I had to share.
She's wearing a black coat there rather than red. So this is like mournful for the fact that her child has been born into this authoritarian society or something.
New.
This is new words, however.
And if you look closely,
this is the real ending that she didn't change.
You might see it too.
I think. I might be misremembering.
The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color.
Blueprints.
The color. Blue.
Okay, our first credits, I presume, will come after the title drop, yeah? Pretty cool. Took a while, but the gameplay of drafting, like having that be interesting and not merely random, definitely the architectural digests help and the roguelite upgrades help. But the last few episodes I've been enjoying the actual gameplay more. It is still a bit of a slog or a grind, but it's more enjoyable to me now than it was 10 or 15 episodes ago, maybe. And there were enough discoveries along the way to always make things interesting. But yeah, this is one of the most expensive games I have bought, but it was highly recommended by someone I trust. But yeah, obviously this is not an indie game, so my comments about the animations Maybe if you have this many people working on something, you can afford to do a few animated cutscenes. Alright. Do I get my first achievement? I don't remember if it's something that's going to show up. And I had a bunch of stuff in my inventory. I mean, it's fine if it's lost. Like, I got room 46, so that's pretty great. And now, is it going to give me, like, instructions about a new phase of the game? Or is it just going to be like, congratulations, you reached the end, and then it's just like, here's an off-ramp for people who feel like they're done with the game, but obviously there's many more mysteries to solve? I guess we'll hopefully find out momentarily, one way or the other. Your new home. Right, I reached it, and so now the will is no longer going to lapse on day 39. 5 green rooms, 3 puzzle rooms. That's what it looked like. Managed to draft all but 4. Not bad. I mean, I kind of don't want to play anymore, but we have to play some more to find out like what the game is setting up for us next. The next day. Doesn't say day 40 anymore, so it's no longer like we're counting and we're on a timetable. And yeah, I can see that there's like a new letter for me here or something. And look at this thing. Here's my allowance. We'll take that first. The music. It might be some of the same music. It felt like it had a little bit more depth. Open only in the event of an inheritance. Alright. Dear Baron. I'm a Baron now, by the way. Welcome to Mount Holly, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by title. It felt strange. You'll be growing into the Baron of Reddington. You don't have to be daunting, you can be quiet and unassuming. Or loud, brash, and boisterous. But always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. As I grew older, lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never had a room 46 to reach. Now that you're basking in your well-deserved glory, will you be content to stop there, or will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Oveneveri. If that's a language, I don't recognize it. Herbert H. Sinclair. Or S. Sinclair. Okay, neat. Is this a trophy? Inheritance trophy for reaching room 46. Trophies earned will be permanently added to the trophy room, and I think I got my Steam achievement then. Okay. Neat. Would it say permanently added to the trophy room? Have we seen a trophy room? I don't remember. Alright, and then I guess I can just kind of like go out and do stuff. I'm curious, since this was just the next day, do we now have non-numbered days? I want to do a thing. So I'm going to draft a single room. Doesn't matter what. Oh! Mount Holly gift shop, souvenirs for sale. We have a new room. We'll at least check this out. 46. Blue tents. Tents for a price. Right, I can spend the night in here. Swimbird. Enjoy a lunch. Ha ha ha. Red prince with rubies in his crown. Can I read the book from here? It doesn't seem like I can. I don't have the magnifying glass on me anymore. I don't, right? Yeah, I lost all of my inventory still. So at the gift shop, Mount Holly tea. Permanent addition to the walk-in closet. It just looks nice. Okay. Lunchbox. When you reach rank 5, gain half your dinner steps. A permanent addition to the dining room. Oh, I see. I see. So the dining room would work. And you take it along with you, so you don't have to walk back to the dining room to eat. Swim trunks. Handy for swimming in the pool. Does that mean even if the pool is filled with water, I can still go down to the bottom and collect the money? Dirigiblocks, console edition, coming soon. Okay, there is some stuff that's still coming soon in this game, is my understanding. I'm just in version like 1.0.3 or something. Swimbird plushie. Unlock Dare mode, a permanent addition to the master bedroom. And blue tents. Only after you've proven your merit as a scout by obtaining 8 trophies in your trophy room. Okay, this is good. Okay, so that kind of wrapped things up the way I was hoping, which is basically it's given you new incentives. Greetings from Reddington. Mount Holly Observatory. Wish you were here. It's about time you visit Mount Holly. Is it just those over and over again? I give up. I'm stumped. Did something on the stump say 1128? I still never figured out. I brute forced this code, and I never figured out why it's 1128. Okay, so these are like all the safe codes. Well, no, not all of them. I guess you might not have gotten any red envelopes yet, actually. And so it's giving me clues. Can I twist this? Can I see any more things? This one's sold out, apparently. I give up, I'm stumped. I'll have to take a closer look at the stumps. That's just, yeah, Dirigiblocks console edition again, or whatever. Okay, so I'm curious if I simply call it a day. Oh, it does say day 40 here. Okay, but I don't feel like I'm at a timetable anymore. So I think this is a perfectly fine place to go ahead and call it a day with our one-room house for the day. And yeah, we'll eventually find the trophy room and other things. But we found one new room today, the gift shop, which unfortunately I didn't notice. Is it a 3-way room that had like 2 other doors? Abandoned project. It is. So that's actually a perfectly fine room to add to the drafting pool. More doors is better in general. Okay. So yeah, that is the place that I will call it for today. I'm going to say I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more blueprints. For now, bye-bye.